Good morning, all my sweet friends, pals, and confidants. How are you this beautiful morning? It's Monday! Monday! Time to start a new week. Whew. It's Monday, March 23rd. So we're almost through March. One more week. Is that right? One more week? 3rd, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Excuse me. I have a runny nose. It's allergies. Tis the season. For me, tis the season is spring, summer, fall, winter. I'm allergic to it all. And my hair this morning. Sorry, you have to look at this. Sorry. How's my makeup this morning? I need to redo it. I had a bad day yesterday. We went to Cracker Barrel for dinner, and nothing really sounded good, but they had this thing, I forget what it was called, but it was a twist on French toast, and it had cheesecake in it, and when I tell you it was good, it was so good. But because I've had bariatric surgery, sometimes, not all the time, it doesn't happen all the time, probably. Sometimes I wish it would, but my weight is stable. I'm 114 pounds this morning. So I'm happy with my weight, but sometimes sugar, especially an abundance of sugar, really affects me badly. So last night, before we even left the restaurant, I was feeling pretty nauseous. So I went and after we were done eating, and my husband and his daughter, they love to shop the store at Cracker Barrel. The funny thing was, when we walked in on the first hanger thing that we came to, they had a really pretty white dress, and I took it out and I looked at it and I thought, oh, that's pretty. I put it back. When he came out, he had bought me that dress. I love my husband. I love my coffee too. I got my Esther mug. This morning I was listening to Pastor Tom Hughes talk about Ruth, and it took me back to my dog being silly. Took me back to Ruth from when I was studying it just a couple months ago. So it's warm. It's got a little bit of a chill in the air, but it's going to get up to 82 degrees today here in St. Augustine. Sun is shining, not a cloud in the sky, a little bit of a breeze. It actually caught our patio door a couple of times when I was out this morning with Moses. Moses is my dog's name. Did I tell you that? He's so cute. He even has a beard. He's definitely Moses. Moses is a perfect name for him. His name, when we got him, was River, and the friend that I got him from, he was rehomed. He wasn't a rescue. It wasn't an abusive situation. It just was a situation that was hard on her because she had 2 dogs. Her older dog didn't like the younger dog, and she works 12-hour shifts. She's an x-ray technician. And so she wanted to find a good home for River. And so River came to live with us, and my husband wasn't crazy about the name River. He said it didn't look like a river. So we settled on Moses. And my friend said, well, that's cool because Moses was plucked out of a river, the Nile River. So Moses' full name is Moses River Spurway. That's his name at the vet. But he is precious to me. He is Moses. Moses is a great name for him. So, where was I? Beautiful day. Temperatures. Oh, today is my first day at the Women's Center. It's a abortion alternative center. It counsels women and men and gives them choices. You know, it's so funny that the abortion-minded people call themselves pro-choice when they're not offering choices. They're offering one thing: murder your baby. There are choices. You can keep your baby. You can give your baby to a home where he or she will be loved and cared for. I was 15 when I got pregnant with my first, obviously first, I was 15. I had her when I was 16, and a lot of people were saying you should get an abortion, you're a teenager, this is gonna ruin your life. Well, you know what? She didn't ruin my life. She brought nothing but joy to my life, and she is, if she was my only child, she would have been the single most precious thing in my life. She has brought me so much joy over the years. She has grown up. She's over 50 now, and the joy she has brought to my life has been immense. I'm so proud of her. She's a school teacher. She had finished her bachelor's degree. I would love for her to go on for her master's. I don't know if she will. I hope she does. She has a minor in psychology. I think she would make a great counselor. That's up to her. So, and then I have my two boys, and my youngest boy, I was counseled to abort him because I had just had a kidney removed, and I had two babies at home. One of them was just a year old, and he's my precious baby boy. I can't imagine my life without my Ricky. And then my Michael, you know, I had him when I was 19. Well, the week before I turned 19. No, the week before I turned 20, I had Michael. All three of my children are so precious to me. I had 3 children by the time I was 21, which is a lot, and it's very young, but God took care of me. God provided. We made it. And I have 3 amazing, wonderful children that Moses has himself wrapped around a chair. As soon as I get off here, I got to go untangle him because he can't. Oh my goodness. Anyway, what I wanted to read for you this morning is grab your coffee or tea or water or juice, whatever it is you're drinking. I had Publix raspberry coffee cake for breakfast. There's only one little tiny piece left of the tray that I bought last week, but oh my goodness, it's so good. So grab your breakfast, grab your coffee, grab your Bible, open it up. Old Testament. Right after Kings is 1 Chronicles, and guess what comes after 1 Chronicles? I know! 2 Chronicles. Can you imagine? It just blows your mind. There's 1st and 2nd Samuel, 1st and 2nd Kings, and 1st and 2nd Chronicles. Then there's Ezra, Nehemiah, Esther, Job, Psalms, Proverbs. You know them. Okay, so in the book 2 Chronicles, chapter 15, verse 7. That's all I'm going to read. Just one verse. I want you to keep this verse in your heart today. I know I will. But as for you, be strong and do not give up, for your work will be rewarded. Be strong and do not give up. How many times do we think, this is too hard. I can't do this. You can do it. One of the things I've always said is if anybody else can do it, I can do it. And I told my kids that while they were growing up, anything anybody else can do, you can do. You're just as good as anybody. God made us all, and he gave us all talents and abilities. So if there's something you want to do, he put that in your heart. Do it. Don't let anybody stop you. I remember back when I was in my 20s, I already had 3 children, and I was working in a doctor's office as a kind of an assistant to the manager. And I wanted to be a nurse. Oh, I loved how people treated the nurses. And I liked the technical part of it, and I liked the idea of taking care of people. I love taking care of people. And so one day I was driving by the college, and I thought, oh, one day I'm going to go to college, and I'm going to become a nurse. And that sweet, small voice inside of my heart said, why not now? And I thought, this all happened in a nanosecond. I thought, why not now? At least go check it out. So, drove into what back then was Daytona Beach Community College. It is now called Daytona State. But I drove in. I asked around, where can I find admissions? I went in, filled out the paperwork, went and talked to a counselor, got signed up. I was in. This happened like in June-ish. By August, I was taking my first classes. English 1, psychology, nutrition. And there were 4 classes that I took that first semester. Anatomy and physiology, I think. Yes, that's what it was. Anatomy, physiology, nutrition, English, and psychology. Those were my first 4 college classes. And I aced them. Surprise! Shocked me. Didn't realize I was smart, but I am. Okay, so don't let anybody stop you. If God has placed something in your heart that he wants you to do it. If I can do it with 3 kids, 3 babies. None of my kids were even in school by the time when I started college. If I can do it, you can do it. Well, that's my preaching for this morning. But as for you, be strong. Do not give up, for your work will be rewarded. My thought for today is perseverance yields rewards. And so this morning it is, I don't even have my watch on. I think it's going on about 8 o'clock. I've got to go get some lab work done, and then I've got to go be at the First Coast Women's Services. And I'm going to be volunteering my time every week and hopefully make some difference in people's lives. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Comment below. Let me know what you like about the videos, what you don't like about the videos, what you want me to talk about, if anything. One time I had a young man ask me about my stance on guns. And at the time, it was when I was very heavy, I said, I don't know if I can stand on guns. I'm pretty big. I might break it if I try to stand on it. I know. I'm sorry. That was pretty corny. That was a grandma joke for sure. Well, Grandma B loves you all. Bye.